Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Real quick, this is a caliber. Y'all know Dodge make a little caliber, a little small four-door sedans. Although they're out of the four-door sedan business. Okay, so, and of course, if you can recognize this center console or the shifter console, that would indicate that this happens to have a CVT transmission. Okay, constant velocity, weird transmission, guys. I'm not sure we was ready for that technology when it came out, but I'm not a big fan of CVT. But the check engine light on, and I'm sitting in the car that's running, and I feel a shake, so I highly suspect a misfire, in fact. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in the shop and we're gonna take a look. Visual inspection, guys. Of course, you know you're gonna have to scan it and all that, but a nice, good, thorough visual inspection goes a long way. I do feel a misfire, guys, and it is active, meaning it's doing it right now. So what I'm gonna do is pull inside this bay right here. We're gonna go outside and take a look. This is a Dodge Caliber, I want to say, or Compass. Had a little four-cylinder Whirl engine, I suspect, because this is an old model Caliber. Okay, misfire. All right, let's go outside. I'm gonna leave it running. Do a visual. Alright, guys, yes, the 2-liter, I was wrong, it's a 2-liter DVT engine. Look at that, y'all see that engine shaking? Yes, it is a misfire. Okay, whoa, see what I'm saying? Y'all see that? Now this just left another shot. Because it's a new coil in cylinder 3, I can almost guarantee that's a misfire in cylinder 3. I can also guarantee that they gave up. I can also bet you guys it's a new spark plug. And this is a new core, obviously, you can look at it. So what I'm gonna do now, the suspense is bothering me, okay? Because I hate when people try to come in here after they just left another shop. Now granted, we are a dealership, so we at a higher standards than your average shop. Also, this is fairly easy, so anybody could have did that. A brother or a boyfriend could have did that. But obviously that didn't fix the problem. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna plug up my scan tool and we're gonna go look at what's going on. I don't want to touch anything until I see exactly. I can almost bet you a misfire in cylinder 3. Okay, so guys, let's go over to the computer and see if we can let's see what's going on, man. Let's go in. Right quick, let me take an ad break right quick. When I get back, we will be at the computer. I gotta plug in my pod and everything and see what kind of code in. So stay tuned, I'm going and I will be right back. Alright, guys. I am at the computer, and as you can see, I'm on the misfire monitors. Okay, now as you can see, cylinder 3 is counting. That typically indicates that computer and the crankshaft sensor detects a misfire in cylinder 3. Okay, now one of two things, guys. You know, secondary ignition system plays a major role in misfire, but as you saw, they have replaced the core and the spark plug. So what do you do after that? Because you still could have a misfire even with updated secondary ignition parts. So guys, I highly recommend it's time to do a compression test, guys. Obviously the shop that it was at done guessed at it enough, so you should not make the same guess that they guessed at. Okay, so yeah, you can see it's counting. It's up to 28. So what I'm gonna do, and this is easy, it's a 4-cylinder, so I'm just gonna merely remove all 4 spark plugs and do a compression test. I do not want to be typically, guys, man, they would just sell a tune-up right off the bat when they see a misfire code. Now as far as let's look at the codes again, because I saw something that's pretty interesting. DTC, guys, you all know crankshaft plays a major role in misfire detection, so that could very well be your problem. But I want to make sure the engine is healthy first. Okay, guys, so what I'm gonna do, like I say, without a properly running engine internally, as far as compression, if the engine can't produce the proper amount of pressure in each cylinder, none of this matters, guys. Nothing matters. Fault codes, crank sensor, this high vacuum leak, none of that matters if the engine is not producing the right amount of pressure. Okay, so I highly suggest you go ahead and do a compression test, because enough with the guessing. All right, now we do have a fault code P0303 misfire cylinder 6, and we saw the misfire counting. We also have the transmission is overheated. Okay, the fluid, it's a CVT, guys. You gotta be careful with that. Now I don't want to watch any of this. I don't want to see any of this. Let me find out the condition of the engine before I do anything else. All right, guys, let's get with it. All right, guys, let's get the coils off of here so we can do. I want to remove the spark plug so we can do a pressure test. And normally I would just do a compression test on the cylinder that's at fault, but that's not a wise thing to do. Basically, you need something to compare it to. Okay, so, and because this is so easy, why not just go ahead and do all four? All right, so let's get these out. It's kind of stuck. I knew when I see that new coil that something was going on. Okay, so let's get these spark plugs out of here. All right, guys, here we go. My patented Harbor Freight Pittsburgh compression tube kit. Yes, it does not have to be a high dollar. Okay, it's not have to be. Tubes do not have to be so freaking expensive, guys. Whatever works. Okay. Now I was forced to get this kit because it had an adapter for the 3.6. None of my compression gauge had that adapter. Neither one of these work. I see this engine uses the same thread as the 3.6. Okay, guys, so let's do them 3 first. All right, let me get this in here. Since this is the trouble cylinder, we're gonna do this one first. All right. Remember, guys, we have to find out the condition of the engine. Will it breathe? All right, here we go. I need a helper, but since there's nobody in the shop, guess I got to do it myself. All right, guys, here we go. All right, what does that say? Wow, 150. Okay, then it could be a secondary problem. I got 150. That was about seven revolutions. Let me see what cylinder 4 talking about, because that very well could be a defective brand new coil or defective spark plugs. I don't know, but when I put it back together, I'm gonna mix match them a little bit and see. All right, let's do cylinder 4 right quick. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7 revolution, and we have same thing, 150. Okay, guys. Problem may not be internal. We're gonna do cylinder 2. And 120, 130, pretty much not much of a difference. That's why it's recommended that you do all of them to compare some with. All right, guys, so as you saw, pretty much all the cylinders are over 100. Okay, so that's a baseline that the engine is, I mean, I don't know what the specs is, but I know over 100 for all 4 cylinders is not bad. So what I'm gonna do is stagger these around and see if the misfire change on the computer. Okay, that's why I didn't race the code. You know, heard of the term adaptive numerator? It'll be extremely hard to get the misfire counter to start back if you erase it. So never erase the code until you're assured the problem is fixed. All right, so what I'm doing now, I just staggered everything. I'm gonna go back and look at the misfire counter and see if it changed cylinders. All right, so let's get it. Alright guys, I'm back at the computer, and as you can see, whoa, I'm still counting cylinder 3. So guys, now you could have a problem with either the injector or anything else that will disrupt. Also, again, a crank sensor will cause that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write up an estimate on try to get an injector and a crank sensor. All right, because I still have a misfire in cylinder 3, and I have changed or relocated everything in the complete engine as far as secondary ignition, spark plugs, and the core, and I'm still zoned in on cylinder 3. So I'm gonna write up an injector and a crank sensor, because I do have a crank sensor code. All right. So guys, they sell this and I get some parts, we'll finish this up. But for now, I'm gonna close this video out, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.